They think a lot of money is going to make them happy. They never had a lot of money.
Because it don't make you happy.
Yeah, oh no, it's going to make you miserable. You said, well, it can make you hate yourself.
Mike Tyson, once the heavyweight champion of the world, earned an astonishing $600 million during his boxing career. However, by 2003, he found himself filing for bankruptcy. How did a man with such wealth end up in financial ruin? This is the story of Mike Tyson's extravagant spending, his financial missteps, and how he managed to rebuild his life. Early success and massive earnings. Tyson's journey began in a challenging environment. Growing up in a low-income neighborhood in Brooklyn, New York, he didn't receive any financial education. As he later reflected, "I never really learned the art of handling money as a kid." This lack of knowledge became a significant hurdle as he began to earn millions at a young age. By the time he became the youngest heavyweight champion in history at just 20 years old, Tyson was averaging $7.5 million per fight. This was merely the tip of the iceberg. His earnings included over $50 million from casino deals and $3.5 million from a guest appearance at WrestleMania. In 1990, Tyson was named the highest-paid athlete in the world, raking in approximately $28.6 million that year alone. The fall from grace, however, Tyson's financial fortune took a dramatic turn in the early 1990s when he was incarcerated for 3 years on charges of rape. During his imprisonment from 1992 to 1995, Tyson couldn't earn a dime. Most prisoners are given a small amount of money upon release to help them reintegrate into society. Tyson, however, walked out of prison with 2 checks totaling $20 million, plus an additional $12 million for fight rights he was owed. He quickly earned $25 million for a fight against Peter McNeely, and over the next 2 years, he pulled in another $140 million from 5 fights. Despite this financial windfall, Tyson's mindset had changed. The years spent in prison left him bitter and angry, and he began to spend money as if it were limitless. "Money gives you a false sense of security," Tyson remarked, and he began to indulge in extravagant purchases. Extravagance on wheels. One of the first areas where Tyson's spending spiraled out of control was cars. Reports indicate that he purchased 110 cars, many as gifts for friends and family. Among these was a $320,000 Bentley, a luxury car that Tyson ordered alongside 4 additional units within minutes. He spent over $1.5 million on vehicles, often declining test drives for cars he had already owned. In one notable incident, Tyson was pulled over while driving his Rolls-Royce without a license. Rather than facing arrest, he offered the car to the police officer, saying, "Why don't you just take the car? You deserve it." This generous act unexpectedly resulted in the officer's termination. Tyson's car collection was not merely a hobby, it represented a need to showcase his wealth and status. However, with so many vehicles, he needed space to store them, leading him to purchase several mansions, lavish properties. Tyson acquired multiple homes across the United States, including lavish estates in Las Vegas, Ohio, and Maryland. His most extravagant purchase was a 21-bedroom mansion in Connecticut, featuring 35 bathrooms, a nightclub, a movie theater, a mini casino, and a fully equipped gym. Outside, the estate boasted a basketball court, a swimming pool with a grotto, and even its own lake and fountain, all situated on a sprawling 17.6 acres. Tyson eventually sold this mansion to rapper 50 Cent, who later called it his biggest financial mistake due to the immense upkeep costs, estimated at around $700,000 a year. Costly gifts and parties. Tyson's extravagant lifestyle extended beyond real estate and vehicles. He famously gifted his first wife, Robin Givens, a solid gold bathtub worth $2.2 million. Their marriage, however, lasted less than a year, resulting in legal fees and compensation that cost him an additional $10 million. His lavish spending also included a birthday party that cost him $410,000 and the purchase of 2 white Bengal tigers for $140,000, which required specialized enclosures and a $200,000 annual food budget. Tyson even hired a trainer for the tigers at a cost of $125,000 per year. In a bizarre incident, Tyson had to pay a friend $250,000 after one of the tigers bit him. The pattern of financial irresponsibility continued during a boxing match in 1997 when Tyson famously bit Evander Holyfield's ear, resulting in a $3 million fine. He later bit Lennox Lewis's leg during a press conference, incurring an additional $335,000 penalty, staffing and unnecessary expenses. In addition to his lavish lifestyle, Tyson employed over 200 people, including chefs, chauffeurs, and bodyguards. One of his more unusual hires was a man nicknamed Crocodile, whose sole purpose was to shout guerrilla warfare. At Tyson's press conferences, for which he was paid $300,000, Tyson's wild spending habits didn't stop at extravagant purchases. In one instance, he entered a club and announced he would pay for everyone's drinks until closing time. Showcasing his desire to be seen as generous and larger than life, the tax trap. Amid all his lavish expenditures, Tyson faced a significant tax crisis. By 2003, it was revealed that he owed $13.4 million to the IRS, $117,000 to 5 different states, and $4 million to British tax authorities. Compounding his financial woes, many of his luxury purchases were made on credit, leading to an additional $27 million in debts to various businesses. Tyson's financial mismanagement also included $600,000 owed to a legal firm, $500,000 to his finance manager, and $800,000 to a former trainer. By the time he filed for bankruptcy, he owed money to over 246 creditors, including the IRS, the Screen Actors Guild, and various medical professionals. His ex-wife, Monica Turner, claimed nearly $9 million from their divorce settlement, and Tyson had not paid $19.4 million in taxes owed to the IRS, the United Kingdom, and several states. As his financial situation deteriorated, Tyson found himself with just $1,250 in cash and only one car, a white Hummer SUV that he had just purchased, hitting rock bottom. By January of 2003, Tyson's financial despair became clear when his attorney submitted documents to the U.S. South Bankruptcy Court revealing that he had earned just $38 that month while his living expenses exceeded $47,000. Tyson was, in his own words, completely and utterly screwed. In the face of financial ruin, he devised a plan to regain control of his life. Tyson aimed to earn at least $19.5 million from boxing over the next 3 years to satisfy his creditors. Unfortunately, things did not go as planned. He lost his next 2 professional fights, further complicating his situation. Reflecting on his life during this period, Tyson expressed feelings of embarrassment and hopelessness. "My whole life has been a waste. I just want to escape," he lamented. He contemplated becoming a missionary. Hoping to find dignity after the shame he felt, Tyson admitted to feeling lost, stating, "I've been a loner all my life, with my secrets and my pain." He began to care for a collection of 350 unique pigeons, which he had previously spent $400,000 on. He compared his spending habits to a drug addiction, noting that no matter how much money he had, it never filled the void he felt inside. Lessons learned and rebuilding, however, losing everything ultimately became a turning point for Tyson. Through his experiences, he learned the importance of humility. "I know the power of humbleness now," he stated. This lesson became a foundation for his journey toward rebuilding his life. Tyson transformed his life story into a book and used it as the basis for a documentary. He found new opportunities in the entertainment industry, landing cameo roles in the hit films The Hangover and The Hangover Part 2, earning $300,000 in total. Through these ventures, Tyson was able to reclaim his financial stability and purchased a modest home in Las Vegas. However, he refused to let money dictate his happiness. "There's nobody that thinks a lot of money is going to make them happy. They never had a lot of money because it doesn't make you happy," he reflected. Instead, he cautioned that wealth could lead to self-loathing and misery. Tyson went on to launch a successful podcast called Hot Boxin', where he shares his thoughts and experiences with guests. Today, he has built a net worth of approximately $10 million, illustrating that while he experienced a dramatic fall from grace, he was able to rise again. Conclusion: Mike Tyson's life serves as a cautionary tale about the perils of wealth without wisdom. From earning $600 million to facing bankruptcy, Tyson's story encapsulates the highs and lows of fame and fortune. Ultimately, he emerged from his challenges with valuable lessons about humility, happiness, and the true meaning of wealth. Today, he continues to inspire others through his journey of redemption and resilience, proving that it is possible to rebuild and find purpose after losing everything.